Let's be real for a second. We live in a world where privacy is basically a myth. Between your nosy neighbors, the keyboard warriors, and that one ex who still checks your Instagram stories, everyone wants to know your business. And if you own real estate, my friend, your business is literally public record. Anyone with an internet connection can look up your address and see your name, your mortgage amount, and exactly how much you paid for your house. It's like walking around with your bank statement taped to your forehead. Not cute. But what if I told you there's a way to own property without the paparazzi showing up at your doorstep? It's called a land trust. Think of it as the invisibility cloak for your real estate assets. Today, we're looking into how land trusts work, the legal magic behind them, and the one massive gotcha you need to know about, especially if you're buying here in Hawaii. I'm Jason Wong, principal broker at Island Dragonfly. Let's get into it. So, what is a land trust? In simple English, it's a legal arrangement where you separate the ownership into two parts. Part 1, the trustee. This is the public face. Their name goes on the deed. Their name goes in the public records. Usually, this is a trusted friend, a lawyer, or a private trust company. Basically, the fall guy, but legal. Part 2, the beneficiary. That's you. You hold the power of direction. You decide when to sell, who to rent to, and you get all the profit. But your name? Nowhere to be found on that public title. So when Nosy Nancy searches your address, she sees the 123 Maple Street Trust, managed by generic law firm LLC. She does not see Jason Wong. Why go through the trouble? First, negotiation power. If you're a real estate mogul or just look like one, sellers might hike the price if they see your name. A land trust keeps you a mystery. Second, safety. If you're a public figure, a business owner, or just value your peace, this stops people from connecting your home address to your business disputes. Third, anti-litigation. Lawyers looking for a quick payday often search for assets before they sue. If you look like you own nothing, you're a less attractive target. We call that asset protection by obscurity. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jason, won't the bank freak out if I transfer my house into a trust? Here is where we bring in the official data. Write this down. The Garn-St Germain Depository Institutions Act of 1982. I know it sounds like a fancy cologne, but it's actually a federal law. Specifically, Title 12, U.S. Code, Section 1701J3. This law prevents the lender from triggering the due on sale clause when you transfer your residential property, 1 to 4 units, into an inter vivos trust, which includes a land trust, as long as you remain the beneficiary and it doesn't affect occupancy rights. Translation: the bank can't call your loan due just because you want some privacy. That is a federally protected right. But hold your horses. I promised you accuracy, so we need to spill some legal tea. Not all states are created equal. Florida and Illinois, they are the Wild West of privacy. Super easy to hide the beneficiary. But here in Hawaii, we have Hawaii Revised Statutes, Section 558. 8%. And this statute is a bit of a snitch. It says that for a statutory land trust, the recorded document must disclose the name of the beneficiary. I know, rude. So if you just Google land trust and try to DIY this in Honolulu, you might end up putting your name right back on the public record, defeating the whole purpose. The workaround? Smart investors often use a double-blind strategy. You have the land trust, but the beneficiary of the land trust is an LLC, limited liability company. And that LLC, it's registered in a state that doesn't share member names, like Wyoming or Delaware. It's like a Russian nesting doll of privacy. Trust inside an LLC, inside a state statute. Look, privacy isn't about hiding something illegal, it's about protecting what you've built. But real estate law is like a game of chess. You make the wrong move and you expose your king. That's why you need a strategy that unites global vision with local expertise. Whether you're looking for luxury residential, commercial investment, or just a place to call home without the whole world knowing about it, you need a team that understands the fine print. I'm Jason Wong. Let's turn your real estate goals into a legacy quietly.